Welcome to Deepcrawl. Today we're going to take you through a typical Deepcrawl report. This is what you can expect to see once you've run a crawl on a given domain. First, we're greeted by the overview page. In essence, this is a dashboard for the current state of your on-site architecture. Here, we're going to briefly highlight the reports available, but no doubt there'll be reports you'll wish to understand in greater detail, so please feel free to contact us once you've watched this video if you have any further questions. The pie chart in the center of the screen is very attention grabbing, so let's start here. This tells us that we crawled 2,799 URLs, and we can see the distribution of the URLs between the 6 categories: unique pages, duplicate pages, paginated pages, non-indexable pages, non-200 status codes, and any failed URLs. You're able to click through to review the comprehensive list of URLs associated with each category. However, for the moment, we're going to stay on the main dashboard. The color coding in Deepcrawl is straightforward to understand. Green is a positive indicator, whereas red highlights issues that you need to tackle. So, Deepcrawl offers a huge amount of insight. However, a note of caution: it's really important to audit the full data set prior to drawing conclusions about key wins. As we move to the left of the screen, we can see the changes between two crawls. This is an important feature in Deepcrawl. We automatically compare your most recent crawl with any previous crawl data. The net differences are now highlighted in the change report, which we'll look at in a moment. So looking at the top, we can see that this crawl took place on this date, and as I scroll down the screen, I can see in the left-hand corner that it compares to crawl data from a previous date. I'm also able to expand the settings to see how I configured my crawl prior to launch. In this example, I can see that I used Googlebot, I crawled no follow links, but I adhered to the existing robots text instructions for the site. All of these things and many others can be customized in the crawl setup. Now we return to the change report. Here in red, we can see the negative changes to your site based on parameters set within the application. Deepcrawl presents us with the most significant changes at the top of the list, and this is a brilliant alert system that will immediately guide you as to where to focus your efforts. Once again, you can click on any of these reports to see the URLs in question. Red is bad, green indicates improvements, and grey will be down to your discretion. Moving on, the issues list is a comprehensive index of the URLs which contain problems. This list is not comparing to previous crawl data. The issues all relate to the site architecture at the moment of your last crawl. This is a great place to start your audit. So back to the top of the report. On the right-hand side, we can see uncrawled URLs. In the center, we can see any non-indexable pages and the breakdown of non-200 status codes and any failed URLs. The universal crawl is one of the next key features to consult for insights. This is an important concept and unique to Deepcrawl. First, in this mode, Deepcrawl crawls your web architecture level by level from your base domain. Then we compare the pages discovered in your architecture to the URLs you're submitting in your sitemaps. Finally, we compare all of these URLs to the organic pages in your analytics account. This enables you to discover some really interesting and often surprising gaps. For example, sitemap URLs which aren't linked internally, so your solution might be to link to them internally. Or alternatively, URLs which generate entry visits which aren't linked, sometimes referred to as orphan pages or ghost URLs. These could be redirected or reintegrated into the website. So moving down, the first graph is a visualization of your site's architecture. It reveals the distribution of content on your site based on the web crawl data. Your base domain is here, and each point is a click that a user would have to make while navigating through the pages to reach your content. This gives you an idea of the user experience and more information to support your knowledge of where issues are occurring. Beneath this, we see our individual trend graphs. Each point on the graph is a crawl, which is useful for showing historical change. It also makes it very easy to spot problems. For example, if there is a spike in duplicate pages that you weren't expecting, you can quickly investigate. Scrolling back up to the top of the overview page, we can quickly find previous crawl reports for this site in the drop-down menu. This data is stored for the duration of a subscription. You can also export all of the data to Excel or your report to a white labeled PDF. We can also use the share button to circulate read-only access of the report amongst developers, colleagues or clients. At this point, we're now going to show you how to dig into the data via the dashboard. So let's take the example of 400 errors. I click through to a list of 16 400 errors to see what they are. Now I'm presented with all of the URLs ordered by their deep rank score. Deep rank is a measurement of internal link weight calculated in a similar way to Google's basic PageRank algorithm. This is a fantastic metric that helps you to focus on the most valuable pages on your website, so it's extremely useful when dealing with high volumes of URLs. Moving forwards, I can also dig further down by clicking on one of the URLs from the list. Now I'm presented with a detailed page summary. Every URL crawled will have the same reports available. As you can see, Deepcrawl offers various tabs which summarize relevant data about the given URL. You can also see how many visits this page is getting as the data is pulled from your Google Analytics account. Let's have a look at the links in tab as an example. Here I can easily identify all of the inbound links to the page which returns a 400 error. Another great feature of Deepcrawl is that it presents you with the anchor text of the link, and you can also click to view the link highlighted within the source code of that page. On the right hand side, we have the option to open an issue. This acts as an internal ticketing system. As you audit the report, you can add notes by filling in a description, a priority level, an action, and an assignment box. After adding your issues, you can then revisit and share them using the side tab here. If we navigate back to the main dashboard and click on the indexation tab, we can see that the 400 errors can also be accessed here, along with other indexation issues. We can see what's been added since the last time we crawled. So in this case, one URL has been added, 2 URLs have been removed, which leaves a current total of 16 400 errors. You can click on the mini graph to view trends, or on a specific issue to view more detail. You can dig as deep as you like into this data or for any particular report. So moving on to the content tab now. Here we have access to reports for titles and descriptions, body content, and social tagging. And once again, we can interrogate any of these reports. Our next tab helps us to explore some more validation-based results with individual reports around href lang tags, as well as performance issues such as page load time. This is all customizable, so where page load times are currently 2 seconds, that can be changed within the advanced settings. Site Explorer segments your data by the paths crawled. This makes it very quick to identify directories with the most errors. As you can see, you can switch between different modes, which range from architecture to site speed, to get various types of report and identify where the key issues are occurring very quickly. That really wraps up the reporting side of Deepcrawl. There's plenty more to explore in the reports, so if you'd like a more thorough demonstration, please don't hesitate to contact the Deepcrawl team. Thanks for watching.